let's start with this question. What was the goal of adding on to the building? What did we think that was going to accomplish?
We just come up with different ideas on what we needed as far as evangelizing more and to where we felt there was needs for our community that was lacking. And so that's kind of how we come up with adding the auditorium or the gym on, and the kitchen. We wanted a kitchen that was almost basically a commercial kitchen.
Also in that building, we also wanted a big building around Belleville to have different things in.
Okay,
We thought that would be something very nice.
for the community. to use.
Yeah, for the community.
What was the role that you two played?
I kind of headed it up, I think, Clinton, with that, and Herb Woodard and I
Yeah.
worked together quite a bit, and then Clinton got involved as part of that. And basically, when I went to Florida, Clinton took over.
They wanted me to straighten him out.
Straighten him out?
What they do.
Were you successful?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, but I will say, I never worked with anybody any nicer than what Ron did.
It was kind of a good marriage between the two of us. That what one had experience in, and we bounced off each other, about how we want to go about things.
Right.
And we never disagreed on anything that I can remember.
So how involved were you two in the construction process itself?
Once we got the plans, I went through the specification book, which is about this thick, and the drawings. And, it's one of those kind of things. Do you want the door to swing left, or you want it to swing right? Where you're going to have your outlet or your switches at. There's the fine details is just mind-boggling if you've never done anything like that. One of the things we ran into, even though I spent a lot of time looking at the drawings and the specifications, is that I got a phone call from, I think his name was Keith Westover, I think was his name.
Keith.
Yeah, Keith called me and said, "Ron, how are you going to do this flat roof?" I said, "Flat roof? No way." I said, we wanted to get away from flat roofs. And so then we talked to the architect, and he said, "Well, what'll happen is that part of the building will be higher than what the rest is. I don't care." To me, getting rid of the flat roof was one of the accomplishments we wanted to do with this building.
Now, did people from the congregation help?
Yeah.
Painting, different things. But a few of them came in.
I tell you, Charlie
Franz.
Franz and Martin Hamilton was here all the time. They were our painters.
Yeah.
They did almost
Painting.
all the painting. And the other thing was kind of funny too is that when I was reading through some of the stuff that I had, is that we were concerned about the computers and all of about that part of it. And I'm thinking now is like, everything is Wi-Fi, and
Mm-hmm.
so how things have changed. We worried about how our phone system was going to work. And
Yeah.
that's not even on your radar now.
Now, yeah. 20 years changes a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think about that and I think, man, that was a long time ago.